The dawn is red and we go out to hunt. We go out to hunt for boar. The dawn is red and we go out to hunt. And we go out to hunt for boar. The animal that fills our hearts. We go out to hunt for boar. Got scrapes on my knees, got blood in my hair. I just hunted the boar.
Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back.
Wow, a lot happened and then also didn't happen last episode.
Not a lot of success.
Not a lot of success happened.
Last time we joined Pim and Dirk in the settlement of Troutnook, looking to have some R&R, trying to sojourn.
Yeah, trying to sojourn. We had Pim's health track was down -1. Dirk was feeling a little shaken up. He was -1 on his spirit track. We were looking to sojourn. We were looking to just get, like you said, some R&R in Troutnook. And we rolled critical misses.
It was bad. Dirk tried to find... Pim successfully had a lovely shopping experience over at Burno's by the market, by the pier.
Yeah.
Recovered some nice gloves. Dirk, on the other hand, tried to just have a relaxing kind of herb, natural remedy infused time. He
Window shopping,
He
if you will.
attended. I have her name written down.
Aponacea's
apothecary, which burned to the ground.
Yeah, you rolled on your sojourn.
Yes.
And you rolled a critical miss.
Critical miss, unfortunately, leading to the complete destruction of her apothecary. But after the cleanup of the rubble, we were met by our old friend, the very snooty Marquis, not the Marquis.
Marquis Chim.
Marquis Chim.
But before that, we tried to forge a bond with Aponacia.
Sure.
Rolled another critical miss.
Sure.
Just
remind me of my continued failure.
She told us to GTFO, basically. There was no bond forged.
No.
Yes, we met up with the Marquis. He saw that you saved Aponacia's life. But instead of offering you a totem of thanks or calling your agreement even, he reminded you that you have a debt to pay him for all of the business of our first episode, with the 3 figures being taken into custody. And he's told you and reminded you to play your ocarina for him at his party.
So Pim and Dirk are set to attend the Marquis Chim's ball, where he wines and dines his many clients in Troutnook.
Yes.
Unfortunately, in their search for fine garments to attend this ball, because Dirk is going to show up there shirtless, he had a terrible time and ruined the store of refined raiment. And then Pim and Dirk were apprehended by some very shady characters in an alleyway.
3 hooded figures basically escorted them into an alleyway, lifting daggers to their necks, and told them that they have no choice but to find a way in for them to rob the Marquis's longhouse.
Yeah.
Tomorrow night during the party.
And that's where we rejoin Pim and Dirk.
Gracious.
It is the day they're in the central square of Troutnook.
Okay.
You hear a lot of bells ringing as fishing vessels are coming in. And you see fishermen returning from long voyages to get their catch. There's the stench of fresh caught fish in the air, and just kind of a joy in the air as this is the time in the calendar when a lot of ships come back at once in Troutnook from long expeditions catching fish in the Arctic waters.
Yes.
And folks are coming back and reuniting with their families. It's a very nice sight. Families without their mothers or fathers who were lost at sea for a long time.
Yeah, and there are big boards being smacked down onto docks, gangplanks, in order for people to disembark their vessels. Big, huge ropes being tied off of massive poles in order to moor these vessels. And people are coming out dressed to the nines because the Marquis's party is tonight.
Yeah.
Wearing fine clothing, beautiful shoes, and are really filling Trout Nook with several people looking for lodging and wining and dining in anticipation of his party.
It's a thing. People are
It's a to-do.
People are a bit of a pregame before the ball kind of attitude. The taverns are filled, and we catch Pim and Dirk just kind of near the Stinky Fish Tavern, kind of close to where they typically are, their stomping ground of the Pier Marketplace. Okay. I'm starting to feel a little bit better. We still kind of have an issue, and Dirk sort of looks down at what he's wearing. How are we going to find something to wear?
I don't know. The thing is that there's an awful lot of people looking really quite lovely, and we have nothing to wear. We're not going to even be let into the place if we don't dress ourselves.
And not to mention, not to compel everything, but those guys were serious. Are we going to be able to pull off what they want us to pull off? I'm okay, I'm going to be honest. I'm nervous about singing.
And Pim just goes, a little bit too loud than she should be. She says, "You're nervous about singing?"
Well, think about it. If I'm worried about you and these guys we don't even know, I'm afraid of where my focus is going to be or where it won't be, during my performance.
What do you say we just leave? What do you say we just, I don't know, skip town and don't do this?
We can't.
Do you think they'll tail us?
I don't know. I just know that, first of all, whatever that was seemed like a binding contract. And whoever this Wynn guy is, he probably has connects in other places. And he has our blood. And he has our names. And he's just... We have to see this through, I think. Or it's just, when are we going to feel like we're going to be safe without these guys tailing us?
I suppose you're right. I'm going to roll an action and theme.
Okay.
Just to see.
Sure.
Just to, see.
Luckily for us, you can't crit fail on action and theme.
No, you can't. So we're left here. We need to find clothing.
Yeah.
I'm going to have you roll also and see if anything comes to you.
Cool.
Here we go. Your result is 76.
76?
79.
79.
Let's get some music going too.
I thought it was on.
It might be going.
Yeah.
Yep, music's going.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
That's all good. So, as I got affect revenge from action and theme. So, Dirk and Pim kind of were just kind of futzing around, and in their kind of noise yesterday and trying to look for things to wear, a woman walks up to Pim and Dirk.
Yes.
And begins chatting them up. She's shorter, a little bit taller than Pim's height, blonde hair. She's in just a nice looking, what looks like a custom made outfit.
Oh.
And she, a nice blue, textured quality to her robes and things like that. It looks almost like the color of the shallow seas when you look out and the sunlight's hitting it, kind of like that turquoise kind of dye in her clothes. And in her ponytail are like 3 like needles. And she comes up and approaches Dirk and Pim and goes, "Hey, I couldn't help but notice you two were out in front of Refined Raiment the other day, and there was a bit of a tussle happening in there.
Yes.
Came to a bit of a hubbub. Well, I was just wondering, I couldn't help but overhear, because I was close by in the store, that you guys are going to be attending the Marquis's dinner, the ball, right?"
Yes, you heard right.
Well, I used to work there. I used to work at Refined Raiment, and I really hate Daryl. I can't stand him. And I just felt like if you guys showed up and were seen by other people, the thing is, I was never really respected there, and I felt like even though I'm a seamstress, I'm a tailor, I also source materials myself. I have a lot of skills. I don't feel like I was ever respected there, and if could I make something for you two? And if you just get seen by the right people, I feel like this would be an opportunity for me and a way to just stick it to that old fool Daryl and show that he should. Sorry, I'm Kierna, by the way.
Kierna, Pim, pleasure to meet you.
Pim, pleasure to meet you so much. I'm looking at you and your form, and I feel like I could do so much with the lines of your silhouette, and I just have so many ideas already about how. No, I'm sorry. I get excited. I just feel like I have just like you two as like a canvas for what I want to make.
All right.
You don't have to pay me any money. I just want you guys to just be like my billboards for my work tonight. Can I make you outfits?
Absolutely, yes.
Yes. Sweet.
Yes, please.
Oh my gosh, fantastic. And she ushers Pim and Dirk to this small, what just looks like this lean-to kind of shack made of like scrap iron panels and like old wood. And she's like, "Come in this way." And she leans them through the entranceway, and it's a low-ceilinged, you immediately see like dividers, like ornate dividers, and like simple like pedal powered sewing implements, and just like this is like a tailor's like little workshop she's made for herself, inlaid in the dense like downtown area of Troutnook. And she's like, "Come on in. Oh my god, I have so many ideas already." She starts grabbing like garments off of the wall and things like that, and just begins making outfits for Dirk and Pim.
Gracious. Oh, and Pim finds herself on a pedestal.
I don't have my pen.
She has a... Here, would you like a pencil?
Nah. Just had to remember her name was Kierna.
Kierna. Her name is Kierna. I'm going to write that down too. Pim finds herself on a pedestal. And all of a sudden, Kierna takes out a measuring tape. And she is taping and she's taking her measurements. And Pim hates it. Pim is so uncomfortable. She hates being looked at. She hates being touched. And she absolutely hates her measurements being taken of her. And Kierna, keeps saying, just please hold still. Just hold still 1 second. And Pim's like, well, no, don't touch me. Please don't touch me.
Pim. It's going to be okay.
No, it's not okay. I just
Remember?
wish that can't you just eyeball it, lady?
In through the nose.
And as Dirk is doing this, she has a doily on top of her head. She has a measuring tape around her waist and a dress forms skirt currently on her. And she looks miserable. She looks miserable.
It's okay. And she's standing up there, and Kierna and Dirk are both looking at her with kind of like this. And then Dirk sort of looks at Kierna and goes, perhaps something, I don't know, more angular, more striking, And Kierna goes, exactly, yeah, let me see. And then she goes back and tries other new options. And eventually, after some time, she goes, I think I have what I need. Come by in a couple of hours. I'm going to have these done for you. We could do our final try on, and then you guys will be ready to go.
Okay.
So Pim and Dirk head out, kind of kill some time in town. It starts to be late afternoon. Dusk is beginning to hit, and it's almost time to head to the Marquis Chim's longhouse for the party. And they head to get changed into their outfits for the very first time. Can you describe what Pim's evening attire looks like?
Yes. Pim's evening attire is frilly of center. She has a headdress made of lace that comes down and covers half of her face. Plumes of feathers, 3 massive feathers are hanging off of this headdress. She has a bustier showing way too much cleavage than she's comfortable with. But she fills it out great. She has a corset that is cinching everything far too tight, and she cannot bend over because of it. She has to do a squatting motion. She gets in a wide second in order to then make her back completely straight, edge down to pick something up, and then come back up. She is wearing a bustle of 3 different fabrics that come out in this way. It's quite a train, and it needs to be grabbed in one hand via a little dress loop. And she needs to walk around like this in order for the train not to catch on everything she steps on.
Oh my goodness.
She's wearing a pair of white boots with heels.
Yeah.
And she has nowhere to keep her daggers outside of a thigh strap. She has 2 thigh straps concealing her daggers and concealing a couple of her gizmos and gadgets.
Okay.
But not a lot.
Yeah.
She is uncomfortable.
Oh my God.
What does Dirk look like?
Dirk has what is a dinner jacket that follows the kind of boar motif that he had in his pelt across his shoulders, but has a dinner jacket with a boutonniere in kind of what is like a wildflower that's a bit more kind of leafy and green, and in a darker shade of green to match the boutonniere that sort of leafs out and kind of drapes down. It's a darker green, like tailored dinner jacket that fits him pretty tight.
Is he shirtless under the jacket?
Yes. Yes, he's kind of Tim Chalamet it up right now. So he's shirtless under the jacket, and the sleeves kind of come to a nice fine point down the wrist, but under just showing the cut, just cut up midsection.
You still can't wear a shirt.
High-waisted trousers that are also in that deep, like verdant green. And for shoes for the evening are like a closed-toed, almost like a cowboy boot in style. But the pants run over them, but you see like the nice defined heel. It's a really nice looking boot.
Wow.
And his hair is similar top knot, but and the shirtlessness can show just the ocarina dangling, and it's a white flower petal to match the white in his ocarina.
Wow.
And Kierna looks at them both standing there, and she's just like,
yes, honey.
yes,
Yes, queen.
yes, just given just like all of that. She is so excited, and she's like, you guys look incredible.
Don't snap at me. I don't like to be snapped at.
Wow. Pim, clean up good.
You don't look so bad yourself.
I just ask if anybody asks who you're wearing, just say this is by Kierna.
By Kierna.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Kierna's collection.
Kierna's collection. Ah, yes. I love it.
Wow.
And eventually Pim and Dirk end up leaving in their new outfits and making their way to... Yes?
Yes. Does Dirk have any weapons concealed?
No.
None.
No.
All right.
He's got to show it. I don't know how you hide a spear.
No daggers.
He just has his one tucked into his
knife.
dinner jacket, his one utility kind of.
Great.
It's kind of like you're out in the wilds, you need a Swiss Army. It's just a kind of a rough looking dagger that he uses for utility from time to time.
Good. So they exit, and they are making their way to the Marquis's longhouse. They're walking along the wharf, and several stone edifices separate them and the water. And all of a sudden, they find an arm comes out and ducks them into an alleyway. And Pim goes, again? And lo and
Just
behold,
making sure everybody's on the same page about what's going down this evening.
Wynn, how nice to see you. How are you doing?
Yes. And he's got both of them around both shoulder. You see, us here at the Paupers Guild, and you discover that there's
Guild.
The name of his organization is the Paupers Guild. We like to keep things evenly distributed, you know?
Right.
And we want to make sure everyone tonight has a good time, right? So, when the singing starts, and you're going to do a great job, aren't you? And he firmly, grabs Dirk and, with, a strong grip around his neck. He's like, yeah. You, my friend, and you both are looking ravishing this evening, are going to sneak down and let us in, right?
Right. And begrudgingly, Pim nods and says, we got it. We understand, okay? We
All right.
get the plan.
On your way, then. And he gives both of them just a sharp pat on the bottom as they just get shoved out. Shoved out into the street.
Into the street. They make their way to the Marquis's longhouse. It's not hard to find because
Certainly not.
all parties are headed there. Everyone who is dressed to the nines is going to one place and one place only, and that is the Marquis's longhouse. It is along a cobblestone street, way away from the wharf itself. You turn a corner, and all of a sudden it is tree-lined, a cobblestone street, a mile long to denote the Marquis's longhouse. There are torches lit to light the street. People are coming in on horseback in carriages.
Carriages taking across the cobblestone, beautifully lined entryway. People, drivers in beautiful garb, bringing every sort of this is going to be a gala. This is the who's who of the folks around the Ragged Coast are coming in. And you see some prominent business people of Troutnook specifically, and also the Ragged Coast.
Dressed to the nines, but this is the Ragged Coast, right? So, people are doing their best, but it's still a little blue collar, is it not? And so as they are making their way up to the Marquis's longhouse, there is a big staircase of about 100 steps going up to this palace, and immediately Pim and Dirk are extremely intimidated by the opulence that they had no idea existed in Troutnook, because with the closed gates you couldn't even get near the place.
Yeah.
But now they are granted entry.
Yeah. They see immediately posted around the grand kind of front doorways, these really tall, maybe 25-foot, 30-foot doors leading in, are wardens placed as security around the space, keeping close guard on Marquis's Chim's valuables and his many guests.
Yeah, and they look brawny, and they look tough.
Yeah.
They look scary, and they are way more heavily armed than Pim and Dirk at the moment. They currently have no armor, and they have simple weapons.
But look dang good, though.
They do. They look amazing. They are let in, or rather, there is a bouncer at the door, regarding everyone, asking their names and granting them entry. There is a long list. It is like Santa's list. That it is a long piece of parchment that is rolled and cascades down 3 steps. That this person, the porter, let's say, the porter is checking. And
Beauregard, ice catch. I demand you recheck that list you have.
Yes.
Ice catch.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Of the ice catches.
Ice catch. I've got an ice froth. I've got an ice maker.
Right there. Ice catch.
Okay. I'm so sorry, Beauregard. Please feel free to enter. And Pim and Dirk, they've been waiting in line, and it's their turn, and And the porter says, "Your name, please."
Dirk.
Dirk what?
Sorry, Dirk Overwacher.
Of the Havens Overwalkers?
No, typically, Borewood and the Deep Wilds.
Does anyone live in Borewood? Just check the list. And so he finally checks the list. I don't see a Dirk Overwalker. Why am I slipping into British? Yeah, no, I don't see a Dirk Overwalker on this list.
And before they could even reply, you hear "It's quite all right. It's quite all right. I'm sorry." Is he haranguing you? And the Marquis Chim kind of making his little Lord Duloc way into the entranceway. What are you haranguing tonight's entertainment? He says to the steward holding the ledger. Is of course not, sir. Of course, I'm sorry. I'm terribly sorry. Please let in. Yes, that's right. Come in. Come in. There's drink. There's food. Please make sure that you are ready. Do you feel? G says to Pim and Dirk. Do you feel like you have everything you need and you're ready to go?
Actually, no. I would love to use the ladies' room if you don't mind.
Oh, I'm sure someone here can help you with that. And he sees another person he wants to hobnob with, and he goes disinterested to some other group of people.
And she looks to Dirk and she says, "I'm gonna take a second to try to find the ladies' room, but then try to find the wine cellar."
Okay. Are you? Just don't go too far.
I won't.
I don't know who to talk to.
And Pim skulks off. She kind of just salutes Dirk and leaves him to his lonesomes. And I'm going to gather information.
Oh, snap. Cool.
I'm going to do it while there are people still milling about, while people are distracted. The Marquis is distracted. Yes. I'm going to gather information.
And you see inside is a long dining table down the center of this longhouse. It's the entire thing has the look of a log cabin, but the wood chosen is old wood. And long through the center below the ceiling looks like it's the mast of a ship that was just put on its side and used as the central banister that gorgeous ornate chandeliers are hanging from.
Wow.
You hear music being played by several bards together in the corner and entertaining. There's all sorts of people making little cliques and groups, having discussions. There's a quadruple bar along the right-hand side of the longhouse with stewards and servants milling about, making sure people are able to get their drinks, bartenders serving drinks to folks, and past hors d'oeuvres on little wooden trays. It is partied out right now.
Yeah, there is a lute. There is a quartet of a viol, a lute, a whistle, a tin whistle, and bagpipes.
Amazing.
An incredible quartet of really four instruments that don't go together, but they sound great.
Yeah.
They sound great. They are taking the stage. There are some people listening to them, watching them, asking if they would play Wonderwall. And Pim, therefore, finds the chance with all of the din to attempt to find the powder room.
Okay.
That is her excuse, but really what I'm rolling for is she's going to try to find the entrance to this cellar.
Great.
And I'm going to roll on that. And that is through wits. Got it. Yep. We're going to roll with wits.
Come on.
Okay. Oh, okay. We kit.
Nice.
Okay.
Your wits is 1?
My wits is 1. I keep rolling on gather information, and I never should roll on gather information.
You find, as you duck around to find the powder room and immediately start to look in, sneaking your way toward the back areas, find that the wine cellar is past the kitchen, where cooks are frantically getting everything ready. The food for the dinner tonight is being prepared, moving like crazy back and forth, and in front of where the wine cellar is located is a warden stationed in front, kind of keeping his back to...
A guard.
Yes.
God almighty.
Yeah, kind of keeping watch. A lot of valuable wine down there. This is the Marquis Chim's wine collection. It's got to be worth, thousands of gold down there.
Crap. And Pim really tries to take a snapshot with her brain. Tries, to...
Behind! Behind!
Corner! And she is like tossed around.
We got the lamb coming through. We're getting through the lamb.
People with massive
I need those shanks
platters.
ready. Get the Brussels sprouts going. Come on.
God almighty.
These are overdone.
And she realizes she shouldn't be here. Great. Okay. Take +1 momentum, though.
Amazing.
Which is helpful. So she feels a little bolstered knowing that she found it, but she is a little discouraged as well over the fact that there is a guard standing watch right outside the wine cellar.
It's going to be a little bit more complicated than she thought.
Yeah, absolutely.
While Pim has left, Dirk, kind of feeling really out of place, walks up to the band. And he's like, hey, how's it going? I wanted to catch you in between songs. You guys sound amazing.
Oh, hey, dude. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so great to meet
what
you.
What do you play? Are you going to come up here and like why are you here?
Oh, they told you. Okay, cool.
No. They didn't actually. We're currently playing a set. So
I just wanted to catch you in between songs.
Yeah.
I didn't want to bother you too much, but at some point during the dinner, I think in between like the third course and like the after dinner aperitif, I think the Marquis said.
Wait a minute, did I see you at the gig in Cliff's End last week? Were you the guy with the accordion and the harmonica around his neck, and he was kind of tapping his toes and keeping beat, but it was like free meter. You were that guy, right?
And this guy talking to Dirk right now is a total like fish looking
burnout.
Like he looks like Tommy Chong. He's got a thick beard. He's got thick he's bespectacled. He's got so many jewels and chains and rings, and he's got like
he's the lute player.
He's tuning up. Well,
he's tuning
Dirk's
up his
finding
lute.
out. Yeah, he's tuning up his lute, and also like 6 more lutes behind him. He's making sure all the lutes are ready to go.
He's got a 6-string lute, an 8-string lute,
Yep.
and a double-necked lute.
Yep. And Dirk's like, wow, you're so impressive. I'm sorry to disappoint. I think you must be thinking of somebody else, but I just wanted to make sure it's okay with you if I come up and, well, I have one song I'm supposed to sing in between the third course and the after dinner aperitif.
Yeah, okay, I mean,
Desert
whatever, like, we're just gonna keep playing, so, like, I don't know, like, just come up here and, like, do your thing.
Okay.
Play with us or whatever. I don't know what I'm doing. And then
I don't know. You guys are so impressive. I don't know how I even keep up, but yeah, just like 3 minutes of your time, if that's okay.
Yeah, and he just, like, starts playing, and he's like, all right, guys, let's take it from the top. And they start up again.
Sounds good, man.
Ding, ding, ding,
Let's do it. And it starts strumming.
Great, and then Pim finally finds Dirk again, and she says, I was looking everywhere for you.
Yeah.
What are you doing talking to the band?
No, it's been going super well.
What do you mean?
Well, they're gonna let me like sing. They're gonna make room in our set. And these guys tour all over the place. It's like actually very interesting. They've been touring through the Ragged Coast, and they're making this stop, but then they're headed up to the Havens afterward, and they're gonna be like in like the Imperial Court, like jamming for the king. It's like so rad. But they're gonna let me sing when I want to.
Great. We've got bigger fish to fry, however.
What's going on with you?
The problem is the wine cellar is through the kitchen. The kitchen is full of people, and there's a guard standing outside of the cellar.
That's not good.
What I need you to do is be so good and so compelling that everything stops.
Okay.
That everyone comes out of their nooks and crannies to watch you. Do you think you can do that?
Yeah.
Are you even that good?
We'll see.
And Pim just like shakes her head and, says a little prayer to the heavens. Okay, great. So, is there a role for what we're about to do? I wonder.
Dirk is going to. Well, yeah. It sounds like what Dirk needs is a distraction, like a epic level, epic to make his performance an epic level distraction, so that the guards take notice.
It can't be him only. It needs to be something bigger.
So, well, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Yes. We'll see how compelling you really are.
Compelling I really am.
Which I guess would be face danger.
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Okay. Great.
The Marquis, you see the band begin to fade out, and the Marquis goes in front of everybody. Goes, everyone, it's so lovely to have you all here. If you could take your seats, we're going to begin dinner. And everybody
seats shuffles.
Gracious. And the kitchen comes out with a enormous elk that's just being carried by folks. There's several pigs with stuffed apples in their mouths. There's all sorts of delicious roasted vegetables, and it is a grand dinner.
Wow, the band just does light dinner music. Immediately, the cutlery is pure gold. The plates are inlaid with bone and beautiful beadery. And it is a fine affair indeed.
Next to Pim, her seatmate leans over and goes, the ice catches you'd think it'd be easy were well known across all of the Ragged Coast. I can't imagine having trouble getting in anywhere.
Oh, is your name Beauregard by chance?
Beauregard, yes, indeed. Ice catch. A pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Pleasure.
And
Hi.
he takes her hand that's already holding a fork, and he brings it up to his lips and gives it
wow, that's not necessary. Thank you.
What business do you have here in this dinner, in Ragged Coast in general?
Oh, I am the manager, in fact. I'm the touring manager of that gentleman across the table from me. He's going to play his ocarina.
Wonderful. You represent entertainment.
Yes, in fact, he's the #1 ocarina player in all of the Ironlands, in fact. His name is Dirk.
Dirk?
Dirk.
I feel like I haven't heard of it. I'll have to book this Dirk in the future. I'm actually having a party.
Oh, he's really busy. He's really booked. He's booked solid for the next year out.
I'd offer good coin.
And what do you do, Beauregard?
Imports, exports, shipping, freight, mainly. If stuff is moving around the Ragged Coast, the ice catches have our nets around it.
Do you, in fact, catch ice?
You are funny! Enchanting you are! And she continues to hobnob with Beauregard Ice Catch as dinner comes. But as the third course is cleared and the dessert aperitif wine begins to be poured, Marquis Chim stands up from the head of the long table. He is very tiny.
And
far
as he
away.
stands up, Pim says, "Sorry, ladies' room," and she skulks off.
I do what you gotta do.
Great.
Marquis Chim says, as a special treat for all of you in attendance, we have a performance by the most skilled vocal artist and ocarina player in all the Ironlands.
Oh.
I present to you now, Dirk. And Dirk just sort of like, with his face like stuffed with food, just goes, swallows, takes like a swig, and braces himself.
Pim
for a
has
deep breath.
found herself in the close to the kitchen, sort of hanging back against the wall as all attention is turned toward Dirk. She's biting her nails, wondering if this is going to be a big enough distraction to get her in.
Yeah. As she does that, Dirk, standing up there, I'm going to try and secure an advantage.
Nice.
He stands with the band.
Uh-huh.
The band has now joined him.
Uh-huh.
And he looks at the band. He's like, okay, guys, I really need you to give me some juice behind this, okay? I'm pretty nervous.
And the guy goes, I don't know, man. It's all you, dude.
Everybody.
We're on our break.
Good evening, gentlefolk of the Ragged Coast, Trout Nook, and elsewhere. I am Dirk, and it is my pleasure to regale you with a song of my homeland in the deep wilds. Though you may not know it, this is a crowd participation anthem. And what I will need is everyone to sing along with me as I sing this. I'm going to try to get... And that includes, and in traditional, and what is cultural tradition of Borewood, is that as important as it is for the guests to have a good time, it is just as important for the servants and those working tonight to take a break and sing along with us all.
And Pim sticks her head in the kitchen and she says, "Do you hear that, lads?"
So this is going to be a secure an advantage.
I think secure an advantage to aid a compel roll because you're going to charm You're going to charm, maybe.
And the well,
it's how compelling you are at playing your ocarina.
I think that's a face danger. Well, it could be a face danger as well, because it's attempting something risky with charm.
Oh, it would be my face danger. It would be secure an advantage for my face danger roll.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what it is.
Yes, this is what this is.
Here you go.
And before.
Wait, don't you have to sing your song first and then make the roll? To cut the music.
The dawn is red and we go out to hunt. We go out to hunt for boar. The dawn is red and we go out to hunt, and we go out to hunt for boar. Our spears are sharp, our resolve is strong. We go out to hunt for boar. The time is nigh, the day is now. We go, and he goes like this, and you start to hear people say, "Go out to hunt for boar." With fear in our hearts, we stride in the wood. We go out to hunt for boar. We have fear in our hearts right now. We go
out to hunt for boar.
Today is the time, the strongest here. We have to supply some food and cheer. For our village, the boar provides. We go out to hunt for boar. We go out to hunt for boar. We go. 3 parts now. We go to hunt for boar. The band starts to kick in like. We go out to hunt for boar. The animal that fills our hearts. We go out to hunt for boar. Got scrapes on my knees, got blood in my hair. I just hunted the boar. And folks are going like this. The wait staff starts. Well, we don't know. Let's see. How do we do?
There's the song.
Okay.
We can't secure an advantage. Your advantage is short-lived. Take +1 momentum.
So people out of seemingly more curiosity that like feeling the vibes, a lot of the nobility is starting to go like, yeah, because they're trying to seem cool and into it. And like the wait staff hearing what he said begin to like kind of peek out toward the singing and what's happening.
It is an advantage. So they come out. They're like, you start belting and they're like, whoa, what is happening? They fully do come out of the kitchens and they leave the kitchen empty. It's a bop. It's a bop. It's starting to be around too. Like everyone's, it's around. It's super harmony. The place is bopping. Pim sees her chance.
Yeah.
I am going to face danger I am and add +1. +1 momentum. So I'm going to take the momentum from
Dirk is just wailing. He's
Wailing.
like the highest range you've ever heard from a man that size.
I am rolling plus deception, stealth, or trickery, plus shadow.
They got toes.
Weak hit. All right. That's a weak hit on face danger. You succeed but face a troublesome cost. Choose one.
As the guard is kind of like leaned out, paying attention, Pim quickly, with a tuck and roll, dives into the wine cellar.
Yes.
She makes it there safely, but notices in her speed to do so, the door behind her shuts, and she hears a and it has latched and locked itself shut.
Shoot.
But she is in the wine cellar.
Okay, she's in the wine cellar. I would say that I am. I suffer -1 momentum because that was rough.
Yeah.
It wasn't enough to hurt me or anything or cause me stress, but I'm at +4 momentum. It's still raucous. She has to seal the deal. She's in the wine cellar, and I am going to. I know the doorway. I'm gonna just go to the doorway and open the door.
Yep.
Yeah. So she goes to the doorway. She unlatches the door, opens it,
Waiting for her on the other side is Wynn and what's like 6 now team members in the same like deep black cloak and hoods, and he looks up at her and goes, "What took you so long?"
It's the pauper and his pals.
And they quickly file into the wine cellar, and Wynn goes, "Okay, what's the situation? Where are we at?"
We don't have much time. Currently, Dirk is serenading them all with a very excellent rock ballad. It's a stomp clap situation, but I don't know how many more times they can repeat.
And you see like 4 of like the Wynn's like team is going like, nice.
They also just poured the dessert wine, and they're probably going to want more. Once the kitchen staff comes back in here, they're going to want to gain entry into the wine cellar.
One of the team members is at the top of the ladder down to the wine cellar and begins to like push, realizes it's locked. You see him fumble around and on a key ring is some thieves' duels, and he immediately gets to work on picking the lock to the wine cellar to get out.
Wait, they're in the wine cellar?
Yeah, but to get
out?
it locked itself. It's like an auto, like the door locked itself. So you are
To get to the kitchen?
Yeah, to get back out into the kitchen.
Why does he want to get into the kitchen? Aren't they going to get their stuff and go, oh no, they want to steal stuff in the house?
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, so he's picking the lock.
All right, well, he works on that. We could probably make some good money off of some of this wine, but what I'm looking for is a little bit more priceless.
Listen, I upheld my end of the bargain. I got you in. It's up to you to get yourselves out.
Fair. And immediately as you hear that, you hear like a and looking down, you hear like a, got it, boss. And the team member, she was able to undo it slowly. The door opens, and stealthily, silently, expertly, while you hear as the door, they sneak out, serpentine style, begin to slowly file in, and you've let them into the room. And when, as he's about to break through the door, goes, "You're absolutely right. Thank you. This settles our deal." And you two shake on it, and he's out.
He's out,
and the Paupers Guild members are now in the Longhouse.
Okay, I have 2 choices here. I can leave through the way I let them in.
Yep.
Or I can go try to get back to Dirk.
Up to you.
If I am missing, they're going to suspect it was me. I think that I've got to get back in there.
Smart.
In order to be accounted for.
Yeah.
So I could not have possibly been the one to let them in.
Okay. Do you think that's a face danger to
It's
just
face
kind of like
danger.
sneak back in?
I have to sneak back in.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think because did you get a +1 add, by the way, with my secure and advantage? Because I weak hit on the secure and advantage.
A weak hit is only +1 momentum. You don't get a +1 add on the next
Oh,
roll.
I would have had a strong hit on it.
So I took the momentum, but then I lost the momentum.
Cool.
So yeah, I'm gonna face danger again with stealth. To go back through the kitchen and stand outside right where I was before. I don't know how much longer he can vamp. That's a straight miss.
Attempting to make your way back up to the party.
Wait. No, I can't burn momentum. Keep going.
Attempting to make your way back up to the party undetected. As you're trying to slip back into the kitchen unnoticed, the guard who was there before glances back and notices you. Goes, excuse me, you're not allowed to be back here.
Oh, no, I was just, you know what? I'm a drinker. I'm a drinker.
Make a compel.
Yes. All right. I'm going to compel. I'm a drinker, and you know, I just wanted a little bit of everyone's watching this concert. He's great, isn't he? He's excellent. He's my friend, actually. But the problem being is that I want more wine. Don't you know? We both want. You want some wine? I can go get you some. In fact, I opened up a bottle, poured myself some.
Roll those dice.
I'm a guest here, and I was just waiting for a servant to come top me off, but nobody was around. Weak it.
Oh God. Talking
as above, but they ask something of you in return.
Talking talking this guy's ear off. The guard goes, well, hey, we're one and the same there. And he pulls his flask out from his jacket.
Absolutely, sir. She runs back. She grabs the wine thing. She tops him off, cheerses with the guy, drinks straight from the bottle, and then books it back.
Shifts get long, you know. Hey, enjoy yourself out there.
You too, sir.
And they make it back into the party where Dirk, just to
and to raucous applause from everyone at the party. Everyone erupts into applause. And Dirk takes a bow along with the musicians.
Looks to the musicians side by side, goes, "Thanks, guys. That was awesome." Whoa.
It was all you, dude. It was all you.
Glancing up, Dirk along the balcony sees a dark cloak quickly flash into a hallway, and is like, and then looks up on the balcony again, sees another figure quickly like spinning out of one room, diving into another room, and he's like, and then takes off stage. The applause begins to end, and the din, and the Marquis Chim runs up to Dirk.
That was just quite something, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. That was such a thrill. I hope you liked it. Was it good? I don't know. I just get into a zone up there.
And then suddenly, rappelling from the ceiling is Wynn in his cloak, coming down from the center, stops midway. He is suspended in air, and he says,
"Sorry to interrupt. Wasn't that a wonderful show? But as you may notice, artists don't work for free, so it's time to pay up." And as he says that, members of his team also rappel from the balcony. They begin to grab noblemen by the neck and put daggers to throats. And this is a holdup. And that's where we're going to leave next time. The Marquis Chim's ball is now it's a stick up.
It's a stick up. Wow.
Shoot.
Wow.
Shoot.
Here we go. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye, everybody.